Hi everyone. So in our last video when we were together, we were comparing fractions that had like denominators. So numbers that were on the bottom. So we were comparing 2/3 to 1/3. Our denominators were the same. Today we're going to talk about what happens when our numerators and our denominators are different. So I'm going to teach you a strategy called the butterfly method. If we look at our first problem here, we're comparing 3/5 to 4/6. So I know that my denominators are 5 and 6 and my numerators are 3 and 4. So I have, this is cut up into 5 pieces and this brownie pan is cut up into 6 pieces. These pieces are going to be smaller because there are cut into 6 and then these that are only cut into 5ths. But we still need to compare those fractions. So my first step is going to be to draw an oval between my numerator and the bottom denominator. I'm going to cross those. And then I'm going to do the same thing for those. And we are going to cross multiply. So I have a 3 and a 6. 3 times 6 is going to give me a product of 18. And 5 times 4 is going to give me a product of 20. And I know, looking at these two products, when I compare 18 and 20, 20 is actually larger than 18. So 3/5 is less than 4/6. And I can rewrite that. 3/5 is less than 4/6. And I know that because 18 is less than 20. And the reason why this is called the butterfly method is because if I add the little antennas on top, it looks like a butterfly. So let's take a look at our second equation. I'm going to circle across 8 and 3. So 8 times 3 is going to give me a product of 24. And then I will circle the 7 and the 4. 7 times 4 is going to give me a product of 28. I know that 28 is larger than 24. And I like to circle, I always write the numbers at the top, and I always like to circle my larger number because it visually helps me. So that tells us, because the 28 is larger than 24, that 7/8 is greater than 3/4. So 7/8 is greater than 3/4. And we know that from our last video, the alligator's mouth always eats the larger number or the larger fraction. We take a look at our third equation here. We're comparing 5/6 to 2/4. So I'm going to circle my cross numbers, 6 and 12. So 6 times 12, 6 and 2. 6 times 2 is going to give me a product of 12. And I'm going to circle my cross numbers here. 5 times 4 is going to give me a product of 20. And I know that 20 is larger than 12. So 5/6 is greater than 2/4. 5/6 is greater than 2/4. And my last equation that we have here is 3/6 compared to 1/4. So I'm going to, again, cross 6 times 1 is going to get me 6. And then I'm going to multiply those two numbers. 3 times 4 gets me a product of 12. And I know that 12 is larger. So 3/6 and is greater than 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and solve one more 3/6 and 1 half. And hopefully, just by looking at this equation, some of you are thinking about what we've learned about when the numerator is half of the denominator, but we can always check our work. So if I were to go ahead and circle those, 6 times 1, the product is 6. My red marker. 3 times 2 is also going to give me a product of 6. So I know that those fractions are equivalent or equal. 3, 6 is equivalent or equal to 1/2. So hopefully you enjoy using the butterfly method. Please let me know if you have any questions and enjoy practicing. Bye.